What's the most career-ending mistake you watched a field-grade officer make in real time? Iraq, 2009. Our battalion had this new major named Caldwell, fresh from staff duty at the Pentagon. Zero combat experience, but lots of opinions about how things should work. We were running convoy operations through some sketchy areas. Standard procedure was to maintain radio silence except for emergencies. Taliban monitored our frequencies constantly. Major Caldwell hated this, wanted constant updates, said it was poor leadership to not know where your soldiers were at all times. Our company commander, Captain Brennan, tried explaining the security risk. Sir, every transmission we make gives away our position. The enemy has scanners. Caldwell waved him off. I've read the doctrine. Communication is key to successful operations. I want position reports every 15 minutes. First convoy under the new rules were rolling through this market area. Heavy civilian traffic. Kids everywhere. Normal chaos. Right on schedule, Caldwell's voice comes over the radio. Convoy lead, provide current position and status. Our truck commander, Sergeant Novak, responds with grid coordinates. Basic stuff, but it broke radio silence in a crowded area. 15 minutes later, Caldwell calls again. Convoy lead, update your position. Novak gives another report. I'm sitting in the back of the truck watching the streets. Notice a guy on a motorcycle pacing us, talking on a cell phone, looking directly at our vehicles. Sergeant, we got a tail, I said. Novak saw him too. Probably nothing. Stay alert. 15 minutes later, right on Caldwell's schedule, the radio crackles again. Convoy lead, position report. The moment Novak keys the mic to respond, I see the motorcycle guy make a hand signal. Two cars ahead of us suddenly swerve off the road. IED! 9 o'clock! Someone screams. Massive explosion. Pressure wave hit our truck like a hammer, ringing in my ears. Dust everywhere. But we were far enough back that nobody got hurt. The lead vehicle wasn't so lucky. Took the blast directly. Driver got a concussion. Gunner broke his arm. Vehicle completely disabled. We secured the area, called for medevac, started damage assessment. The motorcycle guy was long gone. Back at base, Captain Brennan went straight to the colonel's office, brought the radio logs, showed the timing of every explosion matched exactly with Caldwell's mandatory position reports. Sir, they're using our own communications to target us. Major Caldwell's policy is getting soldiers wounded. Colonel reviewed everything, called Caldwell in, asked him to explain his reasoning. Sir, I was just implementing proper command and control procedures. By the book. Which book? The colonel asked. Field Manual 6-0, Commander and Staff Organization and Operations. Chapter 4 clearly states, Major, that manual is for garrison operations. We're in a combat zone. Did you read the theater-specific SOPs? Silence. Caldwell hadn't read them. Those SOPs, which you signed acknowledging receipt of, specifically prohibit routine radio transmissions in urban areas for exactly this reason. Every unit in Iraq follows them. Caldwell tried to recover. Sir, I was attempting to maintain situational awareness. You were ignoring combat-proven procedures because you thought you knew better. Your arrogance put soldiers in the hospital. The colonel relieved him on the spot. Sent him to work in the base post office while they processed his transfer. But it got worse for Caldwell. Way worse. Turns out one of the wounded soldiers was the nephew of a senator. Not just any senator. The chairman of the Armed Services Committee. Senator made some calls, wanted to know why his nephew was in the hospital. Investigation went all the way to the Pentagon. They pulled Caldwell's entire service record, found a pattern. At his last 3 assignments, he'd ignored established procedures, insisted on doing things his way, got people hurt or compromised missions. Career ended in 6 weeks. Forced retirement, no pension benefits. Other discharge. 30-year career gone because he thought he was smarter than everyone else. The motorcycle guy? Iraqi police caught him 2 weeks later. Confessed to working with an insurgent cell. Said they'd figured out the American major's radio schedule, used it to position IEDs perfectly. Caldwell's predictable 15-minute reports had been a gift to the enemy. Captain Brennan got promoted early. Colonel wrote in his evaluation, showed moral courage in challenging a superior officer's dangerous policy, potentially saved dozens of lives. Novak still tells the story at training courses, uses it to teach junior leaders about why procedures exist. Some major thought he knew better than everyone, cost him everything. Last I heard, Caldwell was working security at a shopping mall in Virginia. Tells people he retired as a lieutenant colonel, doesn't mention why he really left. The senator's nephew recovered fully, sent the entire unit thank you letters. His uncle pushed through new policies about theater-specific training for staff officers before deployment. Now every officer going to Iraq or Afghanistan has to pass a test on local SOPs. They call it the Caldwell Protocol, because sometimes the most career-ending mistake is thinking the rules don't apply to you.